It's the guy at the end of the line
Right.
outside of the offensive tackle.
Okay.
So we number our techniques like most people do, and you know, a 1 technique is on the center, a 2 technique is inside the guard, a 3 technique is outside the guard, a 4 technique for us is head up the tackle, and a 5 technique is outside shoulder of the tackle.
I will let you know that New York Times had a great article on pistol offense last week, so I felt it.
Who did?
New York Times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's, it's good for us.
Sure.
Good football 101.
Well, that's good.
I thought about it for a good week, though, and I figured I should ask.
That's a backside 5 technique. Or it could be the play side's the front side 5 technique.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the other thing is how do you determine which is the backside?
Backside's the backside of the play.
Makes sense.
Little bonus here.
Coach, a lot was said just about, I guess, last week about like just the reevaluation of approach in practice sometimes, like asking yourself, the players, like, were we doing what we really needed to do in order to make things happen? Positive consequences occurred, obviously, on Saturday. What did it mean to you to see everything kind of come together in a good way after all that preparation?
Well, I mean, the 2 weeks off obviously helped in preparation for that offense because it's so different. So there's no question that was a big part of our success. But it's always pleasing to the coach to see it carry over from practice field, from meeting rooms to the game, and that's really what you saw with Saturday. Was a lot of work, preparation on our players' part, and a great execution. I'm really happy for them more than anything. I'm going to be fine no matter what, but I'm really happy of their frustrations of pushing through this.
Aaron Williams also talked about the importance of not overthinking, or not trying to overcompensate. I'm sure that's something you want to carry into this week as well.
Well, I think so. I think we've been a little victim of trying to do too much at times. Again, you can't take away from a player's aggressiveness and trying to make a play, but yet you've got to play smart. You got to play within the scheme and within the defense and what we're trying to do. And I think we have been victim of that early in the year in some situations, not all the time, of guys trying to do more than what they need just to do their job. And that's that's something as a coach that I've got to do a better job of making sure they understand what their job is and what their description is in each call. And that's something I can do a better job of. Well, fun. The fun's in winning for me. I mean, the rest of it I don't really like. So, when you win, you have fun, and the fun's in winning. We can talk about all this other stuff. I get nothing out of a loss. I really don't. Fun is in winning football games, and that's what it's all about to me. And preparing these young men each week, but preparing them for life, school, social, spiritual. I mean, that's really what we're here for.
Coach, how similar is Austin Arnold to Martinez? He's shifty and mobile too.
Well, Austin's is bigger, obviously. He's a very well put together. He's a guy that's played a lot of football. He's been an on and off 4-year starter for Iowa State and won a lot of football games, couple bowl games, and a guy that really is a dual threat quarterback as far as being able to run the zone read and carry it out, and also being a mobile quarterback, getting on the edge and being very accurate in the throwing game. So we've got our work cut out for us. Again, there are some similarities, but there's some obvious differences.
One of the things Mack talked about was the improvement in just taking away what a team does well. And he said, obviously, against UCLA, they were a good running team who let them run. In Nebraska, we took away what we needed to take away out of them. How much, I guess we take it for granted, but how important is that to take away what they do well and to make that move?
There's no question. You always want to make somebody play left-handed. And that's what we try to do in every game. And it don't always work. and we attempted to outnumber the box, which if you watch the film, we did against UCLA. They made plays and we didn't, and that's the bottom line. So you go back, and I've watched that tape since that day during every week that we've played, just to go back and look at things that obviously our opponents look at, and as far as our quality control, and you go back through the season and everything that you give up, because that's what offenses are going to try and take advantage of. That day we were unable to do it, but other than that, we've been able to do it for the most part in the season.
What will you try to take away this week?
Well, I think that they're balanced. You know, they're not a team that's a strictly run-oriented team. You know, they've got great balance with the quarterback and then what they do schematically, and I really think offensively they do a nice job. But it all starts with the run for me. I think that when they've had success, and you look at Tech and you look at some other games when they've been able to run the football, they've had success. So it all starts up front and stopping the run, and then affecting the quarterback from there. And we'll put a lot of pressure on our secondary like we do most weeks, and trying to do that.
There's come a point in the season where, especially for younger guys, things just click. It's as simple as that, as they just finally get it.
Well, I think a little bit of that, and I think a little bit of opportunity. I mean, we've got some guys that have played a lot of football, and it's hard to take an experienced player that's been very productive and look at another player in other situations, unless it's for a fatigue issue or just to get some guys some reps, which we try to do. But there are times when, through practice as a defensive staff, you'll see the lights start to come on for younger players, and they really start to perform well in practice. And we invest so much in practice in playing guys, and some of the younger players don't really understand that yet. Some of the older guys don't either. That if they practice well, they're going to play well. I may be young, but I'm very old-fashioned as far as that's concerned, and how you prepare is normally how you're going to play on Saturday. I don't think I've ever changed. So it's open week 7, week 8, week 3. It's all the same spring ball. I don't think we change a whole lot. You know, that's why to me you don't treat games as big games or games as insignificant games. You treat them all the same, so the players don't see an ebb and flow of your personality each week. It's the same thing all the time. And, you know, I can't wait for our meeting tomorrow morning. I'm looking forward to it. No, we're back in a normal game preparation, and our players understand that. Tomorrow we'll work on 1st and 10, 2nd down, a little 3rd down, short yardage goal line. Wednesday we'll go to 3rd down, red zone. And, you know, we'll go Thursday and work on, you know, move the field and 2-point and 2-minute and coming out and all the situations combined. So we're back to a normal game preparation week. Thank y'all.